When can police come into my house? That's a common question, and it's a good one. And in this video, I'll give you some helpful information that every American should know. Hi, Stefano Molea here, San Diego criminal attorney and partner at the law office of David P. Shapiro, where we help good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. Most people know that before the police can enter your home, in most situations, they would need a warrant. But there are a number of exceptions to the warrant requirement, which includes exigency and hot pursuit. But let's consider the most common situation. The police think that you or someone that lives with you is doing something illegal and there is evidence of it in the house. And obviously, they're the police. They want in. There are two ways to come into the house. The first is that they go to a judge with an affidavit outlining all the reasons they think there's probable cause that evidence of a crime will be found in the house. And if the judge agrees, then the judge signs a warrant. Pretty easy. But what if the cops don't go to the judge and get a warrant? They will come to the house and ask to search. And if you say yes, that means that you've provided consent. If they come in and find something, then they will use that evidence to support criminal charges. As a criminal defense lawyer, when I read in reports that consent was provided, it slams the door on a lot of arguments I'd be able to make that may result in the evidence found being thrown out. For example, if I can attack the warrant or if the officer left something out in the affidavit, there's all kinds of stuff we could argue. Now, here are some things that I've seen cops do, by the way. They can ask if they can come into the house to make sure everyone is okay because they heard something concerning. If you let them in and they see something illegal in plain sight, then that could create probable cause for them to get a warrant to search the rest of the house when maybe they didn't have probable cause before. Also, if they're really concerned that something bad's happening or someone's really going to get hurt or getting hurt, they could rely on the exigency exception to barge in. So obviously, it's more of an excuse. And another thing cops will do is ask you to open the door wide when they come knocking so they can see inside, hoping to spot something illegal in plain sight. And if you give consent, then usually it's game over. And here's another important note on consent. Let's say that you live with a roommate or have someone over. The cops might be interested in your activities, but when they show up, let's say that it's the roommate who answers and they ask the right questions to establish that it's a roommate. Are they allowed to give consent for the cops to come in? Yes, they can, especially if the cops ask the right questions. If they walk by your room and your door is open and they see something illegal, then smart cops will go back, get a warrant to search your room. But don't despair. Even if consent was given, if it was given under duress or under circumstances where the consent was not voluntary, then there's still a fight to fight. So bottom line, consent is not a good thing. The Constitution is built to protect our homes and our privacy. And if you assert your right against the government and call a good criminal defense lawyer, you will be in the best position to deal with the situation. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.